What's going on, everybody? It's the Scene Snob, and this is my show, What to Watch with the Scene Snob, the Halloween edition. So we're going to kind of keep going forth with this, but for now, we're going to do a lot during the October month and talk about horror movies. I'm not a traditional guy in the sense that, like, I don't want to bite anybody's style and do like a top five this, top five that, or top 10. So I'm just going to, kind of keep this type of show when I'm offering things to watch. It's a list. It's not particularly my favorites unless I say it is out of the group. But it's more about these are things that I like to watch. Today's video is about ghost movies that I like to watch around Halloween time. They just fill me with joy around this time, and I think they're good fits for the Halloween motif, if you will. So take a journey with me, everybody. I'm going to kind of go down the list, just kind of let you know, my personal experience watching the movie. I'm telling you right now, I've removed Ghostbusters off of this list and a lot of other really popular ones because, like Poltergeist, things like that, because I feel like you guys know that. Now, I have some popular ones on here, but they can also seem to be obscure. When I talk to a lot of people, if I mention some of these movies, they're like, oh, I haven't seen that one, or I haven't checked that out, or I don't know that one. And especially, younger viewers, like my nieces, my cousins, things like that, who are younger than me, when I talk to them, they don't really know these. When they ask me about them, they're like, hey, Scene Snob. They don't call me Scene Snob. But what do you watch? And, I'll tell them about this and be like, it's an awesome movie. And they're like, oh, I never heard of that. That's why I pick movies like this. They're kind of mainstream, but at the same time, they might be forgotten. So let me know what you guys think about it. I'd love to hear in the comments whether you like the movie, hate the movie, or whatever else. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my first choice for this list, and that is Extraordinary. I found this one during COVID. It was during a watch party. It's an Irish movie, and it's so much fun. It's a great horror comedy that I think a lot of people missed, and you really shouldn't, especially horror fans or fans of horror comedies. It is just a delightful, fun movie about poltergeists kind of running the roost, and there's a lot of things going on in there. I would love for you guys to check this movie out, especially tell me what you think of it. Will Forte plays a really fun. He was almost like a Yanni type of rock character that comes in, rich guy who comes in, moves to Ireland, and is creating havoc. And it was just a really delightful, fun comedy with a lot of horror aspects to it. So definitely that's on this list. I think everybody should check this movie out. My next movie on the list is actually starting to gain a lot of steam. And, I want to put it on the list because I still think it deserves to. I don't think it got the accolades it deserved when it came out. Because I remember a lot of people saying, the movie sucked and it was terrible. And I saw it in theaters and I'm like, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I bought it on DVD when it came out. So I never really understood why people didn't like it. And that's 13 Ghosts. Starring Tony Shalhoub, Shannon Elizabeth, Matthew Lillard, who's the man, and so many more. It's a really fun retelling of the 13 Ghosts story. If I'm being serious, as much as I like classic movies, especially black and white horror movies, I didn't love the original 13 Ghosts. I don't have as much admiration for it like I did for House on Haunted Hill, which I can watch over and over again. But this movie, 13 Ghosts, this adaptation, I truly adore it. I think it was a fantastic, well done, great special effects movie. And I know it's like a lot of people, again, are catching on and starting to like it more and more. Keep going. And I think more people should check it out. I don't hear as much hate for it as I used to. And that's good. I'm proud of that. Not proud of that like I did something, but I'm proud to hear that, because it deserves it. So the next movie on my list is also a remake of a Vincent Price classic, which I just talked about and I love. So I'm just going to bring it right up for us to see. It's the remake of House on Haunted Hill. Now, why? I'm not saying that I love this movie more than I love the original. I actually have a fondness for both of them. I really enjoyed both of them. I love watching both of them, especially this time of year. But the remake was really well done. And I think that got a lot of hate that it didn't deserve. It's truly spooky. Jeffrey Combs in that movie. Oh, terrifying. It's got a really cool opening, with a very cool James Marsters cameo in it, which I thought was very cool, from Buffy and Angel. But it's a well-told ghost story. And when people used to kind of hate on this movie, again, it was another one I was like, why all the hate? I don't understand it. I think it's beautiful and it's a wonderful told story. Spooky, creepy as hell. A lot of great special effects. The camera effect, the camera in the movie, like when you see the ghosts on camera versus not seeing them when they're there with your eyes, that wasn't really done before. And I thought that was really well done in this movie and truly terrified me with great jump scares. Next up on this list is actually, it's the Madman, my co-host on the Scene Snobs podcast. Every Tuesday live at 9 p.m. You can come check us out. It's one of his favorites. And I saw it when I was a kid, but at his behest and just pushing me forward to check it out again, I watched it again. Man, as an adult, I was like, it is a truly terrifying movie, and that's House. So if you haven't checked out House, William Catt is in it. He plays the main character. He's a Vietnam vet who lost his son. Not to Vietnam, of course. I probably shouldn't have jumbled those together. But he lost his son, and he's traumatized, of course, from the war, from losing a child. His marriage is broken up. He moves into his aunt's old house, who he doesn't realize is haunted, horrifyingly. And he has to deal with a lot of issues in this. And it's really well done. It's scary, but at the same time, it just like grabs your heart and squeezes throughout the entire thing. And I'm not going to ruin anything for you because if you haven't checked it out, I definitely think you should. But it's an early 80s movie horror movie that I think is almost a joy to watch. Like if you can get through the whole thing, which you can, because it's a great movie, by the end, you're smiling. And I think that's a testament to a lot of old horror movies that could do that, and a lot of new movies that come out don't always do that. You think you have to have a downer ending, but an ending where the hero gets what he needs in the end, I think that's important sometimes. And this is a well-told story in that, and it's a great ghost story. So my next movie is a powerhouse big movie, which everybody's probably seen, but I love to watch it this time of year, and it makes sense once I reveal it. But it's also such a touching and beautiful story. It's not scary, but it does pull on the heartstrings, and it is, I think, a fantastic ghost story. And that is Disney's Coco. Disney Pixar. They did Coco. I don't have to tell you what the story is. It was a massive powerhouse hit. I don't even think I have to tell you why you should check it out, but I know for me, it is a wonderful tale. It's truly touching. The whole theme of remembering the dead and how important it is to remember people who passed really, really feels good. And it puts a great spin on that. It puts a great spin on death and that, things aren't really over in the end. And I love that about this movie. So Coco is one that I love to watch this time of year. I watch it with my kids, watch it with my wife, and we just have a joyful time. And it fits the Halloween motif very well. I don't think everything has to be horror. I think it just has to fit Halloween well. And this one definitely does. So the final movie on this list is my favorite on the list. I love this movie. Now, when I was in high school and it came out, a lot of people talked about it and said, this is a great movie. And it almost felt like a cult classic, like the real horror fans and stuff like that, they were talking about. They're like, this is such a fun movie. It's a really, really good job. And I think it's one of the best ghost movies I've ever seen. Again, Jeffrey Combs is in this one too. So maybe it's Jeffrey Combs' thing. I don't know. But there are a lot of other actors in this I truly love. It's one that I definitely think if you haven't seen, you should check out. It's one from one of the most acclaimed directors of all time, Mr. Peter Jackson, and that is The Frighters. If you have not seen this movie, please put it on your must list this year. Everything about it is just truly fantastic. The look, the story, the acting, truly wonderful movie that just is, I think, one of the best ghost movies of all time. Now, I was going to add The Fog to this list because Ghost Pirates and The Fog is one of my favorites. But again, I thought on par with a lot of the other ones, that's really well known, especially by horror fans. The Frighteners, I think, is really well known by horror fans, but not as much by newer generation, I don't think. And this is one for anybody who's younger watching, or even parents or so. I think this is a good one that, maybe you can watch with your, maybe older kids a little bit, like 9, 10. But I think they can join in the fun of watching this as well. So that's my list. That is, in a nutshell, Extraordinary, 13 Ghosts, House on Haunted Hill remake. 13 Ghosts remake, just to make sure I mention that. House, Coco, and The Frighteners. Check it out. If you haven't seen them, watch them. Please let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Or reach out to us on any of our social media. I'm at the Scene Snob everywhere, literally everywhere. Or you can go to thescenesnobs.com. We got all our stuff right there. You can follow. Please subscribe, follow the whole 9 yards. And please comment. I'd love to hear, maybe some of your takes. What are some obscure stuff, ghost stories, or ghost movies that you like, that you thought should be on the list? And maybe I can add it for the next one. I would love to add, because I'm going to do a slashers one next. In upcoming days, I'll do another one. And I would love to add whatever ghost stories you think should be on there, and just say, hey, listen, this is what some of the audience thinks. So please let me know in the comments, or message me. But follow, let me know what you guys think. All right? So I am the Scene Snob McManhattan. You can catch me over on the Scene Snobs podcast every Tuesday live at 9 p.m. We have a fun time there. It's a nice comedy show with geek, talking about geek and industry stuff. So until next time, take care. Love you guys. Love you, Len. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob, and you can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, or you can check it out on any podcast platform or our YouTube channel anytime after that. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. If you guys want to join, check us out over on thescenesnobs.com. We have links for everything. The Scene Snobs merch store is open. You can check that out too. Links again on the site. Or follow, and subscribe on all of our social media. Again, head over to thescenesnobs.com. It's all there for you guys. Love you.